Hey guys, welcome back to another chilly bit of video. This will be part 17 of my shelf tour. I want to show you now. I did make a video one time on my Anchor base. I want to do all this, show you what I have on this shelf. Let's begin. Before I do that, let me pull some of this stuff out here so I can make it easier for me to show. Oh, excuse me. I have Halloween. Let's talk about that, folks. I have Halloween, the 2-disc limited edition with lenticular cover. And my number is 23,998. I have the Halloween single disc, the single disc edition, the lenticular cover. I have this Halloween mirror edition where it reflects. These things won't stay up. I have the Halloween, the Horror Legacy series, the Horror Legacy series edition of Halloween. I have Halloween, the extended edition. I have Halloween 25th anniversary edition, or H25, 25th anniversary edition of Halloween. I have this, I say it's a digi book, Halloween 35th anniversary edition, still sealed. I have Halloween 25 Years of Terror. I have the biography, true story. It's Inside Story Halloween. I do believe this is a UK edition of this one. It's Halloween, the Inside Story with slipcover. Very rare and hard to find. Here's Halloween 2 with the limited edition glow in the dark slipcover. There's Halloween 2, Halloween 3 with limited edition slipcover. There's Halloween 2 Blu-ray. This is the 30th anniversary edition. Nope. These things don't want to stand up. Here's Halloween 4. There's Halloween 4, a different edition. There's Halloween 5, special edition Digimax. Here's Halloween 5. There's Halloween 5, special edition Digimax. Or DiviMax, sorry about that, DiviMax. Here's Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Here's Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. This is a, I can't remember what they call these editions. It was like a VHS tape. Okay, this is Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers extended edition, extended cut. There's Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers behind the scenes DVD. Here's Halloween H2O, 20 years later. Here's Halloween Resurrection. Here's Raw Zombies Halloween 2-disc or 3-disc unrated collector's edition. Here's a 2-disc special edition of Halloween, which I have no idea what cut this is. Please widescreen and full screen versions. I have Halloween 2, the theatrical version. There's Halloween 2, unrated director's cut, which is Wrong Zombie. I have Night of the Living Dead, 30th Anniversary Edition. This one has multiple editions of different Night of the Living Deads in this one. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't know who put this together, but here's the 30th Anniversary DVD. And here's the soundtrack that goes with it. And then they included Night of the Living Dead Elite Entertainment. Here's the Night of the Living Dead. Look at 20th Century Fox. And here's another Night of the Living Dead. Zombies. Z-O-M-B-I-E-Z. I don't know how you pronounce that. And here's another Night of the Living Dead right here. And they included a cover. There's actually 2 covers with this. There's the Elite Entertainment cover. And then the other cover is Night of the Living, the 30th Anniversary cover. This is why I bought it off eBay. Okay. I have Night of the Living Dead, Elite Entertainment. I think this is Elite. Yeah. Elite Entertainment's edition. I have this one by Elite Entertainment. And the Night of the Living Dead, They Won't Stay Dead. And this includes the documentary Chronicles of the Living Dead. The Night of the Living Dead, the Horror Legacy series edition. And this is my first. Well, actually, it's not my first DVD. This is probably my second DVD I ever bought. And this is Night of the Living Dead. This is the silver screen collector's edition. And this came out in 1997, I believe. Yep, 1997. And I have this Night of the Living Dead with its jewel case. I have Dawn of the Dead. This is the U.S. theatrical cut. I have Zombie, Dawn of the Dead, which is the European cut. I have the Day of the Dead, the Horror Legacy Series edition. I have The Day of the Dead, the original issue on DVD. I have The Day of the Dead Divi Max edition, but I keep this plastic so I don't bend this cover here. Here's the remake of The Dawn of the Dead. I have The Diary of the Dead. Finally, for this back row, I have Survival of the Dead with a particular cover. That's awesome. Let's see here. I have Land of the Dead. And the Document of the Dead DVD special edition. I have Zombie Jamboree, which I attended back in 1993. Here's Autopsy of the Dead documentary. This is a nice documentary. Here's Night of the Living Dead. I guess you call this a media book or digibook. This is rare, out of print. Here's the 2-disc collector's edition of Night of the Living Dead, the 1968 version. On the left and on the right is the 1990 version. Here's Night of the Living Dead Blu-ray. Here's Night of the Living Dead from Japan. Here's some rare Dawn of the Dead Blu-rays. This is Zombie, Dawn of the Dead. This is 3D. Here's Dawn of the Dead, 3D. And this one has like different versions of it. These are hard to get. I'm glad I got them back. Here's the Night of the Living Dead Steelbook. 35th anniversary. Here's Land of the Dead 2-disc set. Here's Survival of the Dead Blu-ray. Here's Document of the Dead. And this is a Synapse Films.com exclusive. And I do believe this is limited edition. My Life with the Living Dead, the story of John A. Russo. I got 2 of these here. Reflections of the Dead, Reflection of the Living Dead. The original title was, it was on Night of the Living Dead 25th anniversary documentary, which I do have. Then, I have the Halloween 4-10, limited edition. My number is 736 out of 40,000. I have Halloween 5-10. And my number is 11,825 out of 15,000. And I have the Halloween media book. This is rare and hard to get. This is from Germany. I finally got this back. There's another media book I have. There's a 3-disc set. It comes with the soundtrack. Here's Halloween 40 years later. Limited edition glow in the dark cover. Here's Halloween 40 years later. DVD. Here's Halloween 40 years later, Blu-ray, DVD, digital combo. Here's Halloween. Here's Halloween 40 years later with this slipcover. Here's Halloween Kills. Here's Halloween Ends. And then I got the Halloween from France. These are rare and hard to find. Finally got it back in the collection. Here's Halloween from Brazil, which is rare, not so hard to find. And I have the mask in there too as well. It's in there. I have Halloween 2 from VistaVision. And I have Halloween 3 from VistaVision. I think these are limited edition. I'm not too sure. And finally, for this shelf, I have the Night of the Living Dead 50th Anniversary Collector's Edition, the Ultimate Fan Box Set. This has a lot of stuff in it, the book and everything, which is now out of print. I'm glad I got it back. Oh, here. Well, that's it for part 17 of my shelf tour. Let me know what you think about the editions. Leave your comments below. Please let me know. It's always nothing much for watching, and please subscribe.